Bitcoin have seen a super nice rally going right now to the resistance of this declining channel. We are seeing almost bear market lows for the interest in crypto trading. I'm going to tell you exactly what this means for crypto. And of course, a lot of people thinking right now, and I'm going to check whether it's happening, is altcoin season right now starting? And we are going definitely have a look at a couple of altcoins, guys. So let's jump straight into it. And let's just keep it straight to the point. Bitcoin right now is just consolidating already for quite a while, actually since March this year, in this descending channel. And the crazy part with this is that the opposite chart from Bitcoin, which is the stablecoin dominance chart, is doing exactly the opposite. So we are in a rising channel right here, while with Bitcoin we are in a declining channel. So whenever this thing is breaking out to the downside, that would come along with Bitcoin breaking out to the upside. And actually, guys, I think it's definitely possible, because when we have a look at the momentum indicator, we already broke down. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm actually pretty bullish, and I've been already bullish before I left on holidays. I have been gone for a while. But I also said that I'm just going to leave all my bags in crypto. I'm going to leave them in altcoins. So far they are turning out quite well, because especially we picked a couple of altcoins that have performed very unique, and one of them is of course Sui. Sui is right now my biggest bag, and that is not exactly because I bought most of my money in Sui, but basically because I bought Sui around these levels before this breakout, and that so increased so much, like 150% on spot, that right now is my biggest altcoin bag holding. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, guys, let's go back to Bitcoin. Another thing I want to say, and that's maybe a little bit important to take a note right here, like a small warning. Things are looking pretty bullish, right? But we are right now going roughly halfway to the 60-day cycle. Normally halfway you can see roughly a top, or often, at least this happened every time during this consolidation. So we had the 60-day cycle low, a little bit halfway, we get a top. This is a little bit earlier than a half, then we correct back down. Then we have the 60-day cycle low, go back up, halfway we top and we come down. Then we have the new 60-day cycle low, go up, a little bit before the half, we top, always at this resistance. So I'm going to be honest with you right now as well. This is definitely a possibility. You have to consider that maybe till the end of the year, we're just going to get rejected from this resistance and we cannot see a breakout, right? I think this chart will definitely be a really nice chart telling us kind of what Bitcoin wants to do, right? It's a bit... yeah, very important chart, I would say. Okay, let's go to the next metric. And I've been sending out an email. If you are not subscribed yet to the Whaleportal email updates, make sure to do so. I leave a link down below in the description, because I'm going to separate my presence online, not only to be on YouTube, but I'm also going to write articles and write you guys emails. So here you can see I actually published an email in the last day. Right now we've reached more than 400 users on the platform, so thank you guys, that's really amazing. That also really makes it possible right now to take the next steps, go to the next level, bring this platform up a notch. Definitely. So what I sent out yesterday is that many altcoins are showing strength. I still believe that, and I'll show that in today's video. Interest in crypto trading is at bear market lows. The Whaleportal Pro chart and the take a buy sell ratio. So let's start with many altcoins showing strength. Well, we have Sui that broke out from this falling wedge formation. We have more altcoins, like this is Sai, actually kind of a similar structure. Falling wedge formation, breakout to the upside. Not as high though as Sui, but you can see this is looking pretty similar, right? We have another altcoin, DYDX. I like this one too. Same setup. We have like this, like higher lows on the momentum indicator, and then we have this falling wedge formation right here, and then we break out to the upside. And normally the target of a falling wedge is the top of the wedge right here. So with Sui we're getting close to the target, but yeah, maybe this is just the start of an altcoin season. So if we really were to zoom out, it could be something like 1 2 3 4 5, like a 5-wave structure, which is the first wave of a bigger 5-wave structure. That is definitely a possibility, but that's also very bullish thought. When we have a look at the alt season meter, we can see that we have spent some time in the Bitcoin season area, but right now it looks like we are definitely coming off the ground right here, but it's not yet a confirmation, because sometimes you do get off the ground. It goes with ups and downs. That's important to realize. But looking at these charts, these charts definitely look like some significant lows if you ask me. Let's go to the next one, guys. And this is very interesting. And this is showing us basically like the search term on Google, trade Bitcoin, is at a not all-time low, but it is really low. And as you can see, we haven't really made new highs. So the interest in trading, which basically means that the retail money has not yet arrived in this market. So that can mean either two things. And the first thing is that the market will not catch on. Nobody's interested. And we might not see this boom what we have seen before. I don't think this is the more likely scenario. The likelier scenario, I think, is that retail money still has to come into the market. So we are right now at a very good buying opportunity, and it really doesn't matter if retail comes, yes or no, because when you look at it from a just risk to reward ratio position, right now is definitely a good time to be accumulating, right? This is definitely, you want to be selling the moment this thing goes up. You definitely want to be looking more to sell, but right now it really feels like there's not much retail money in these markets, definitely. Then guys, when we have a look at Whaleportal Pro charts, this is just a very beautiful very beautiful chart showing almost exactly whenever we have buying pressure, whenever the momentum indicators are swinging up again, price goes up, we got selling pressure, momentum indicators get overbought, coming down, then we have buying pressure again, and then we can see momentum indicators coming up from oversold condition, and the price goes up. So far the past months, this Whaleportal Pro charts has also been very, very significant, and this is not even taking the sentiment into consideration. This is just the buying and selling pressure heat maps together with the momentum indicators. Here we can see also the sentiment pretty clear. Every time we have a prolonged bullish sentiment, which is with these red dots, you see the price actually comes down. And every time we have some negative sentiment, so the sentiment spends some time in the negativity, so people are a little bit pessimistic about the markets, you actually see it goes the opposite direction. So this explains a lot of things, as this chart will explain it actually as well. This is the take buy sell ratio I have also made a video about, which didn't get so much views. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to watch it on the channel. But the take buy sell ratio also basically shows whenever people feel FOMO. And whenever people feel FOMO to long Bitcoin, so when this yellow line goes up, then you see the price actually does the opposite, like pretty often. Actually, pretty often, for example, not here, but in the short term, it still first goes down. So it just shows a little bit why how the 90% of the market participants with their opinion and feeling in the market are often at the wrong side of the coin when speculating. And this is also what makes trading so difficult. I've been reading the book Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, and he actually analyzed hundreds and hundreds of traders, and he says, or his conclusion was, the trading strategy is not the problem. It's not the problem, because even though you have a profitable trading strategy, if you give that to a guy that cannot handle himself emotionally or doesn't have insights in his own emotional states, he will not be able to trade profitable, because he will experience feeling of FOMO, of fear, scared to lose money. I've been through all these emotions as well, and I'm still going through all of these emotions. But the moment you can recognize it and you can work with it, you can also overcome it in certain periods. So that's also the strength of Whaleportal, is that it gives you insight into the emotional state of the markets and also into your own emotional state. Because if you are, for example, feeling bearish, you can directly check whether you are in the team of the majority or whether you are in the team of the minority. So that is just important to note. So when we have a look at Whaleportal right now, Whaleportal Pro charts, we do see some selling pressure increasing. When we let's bring out the oscillator for the sentiment index right here. We do see that the sentiment is definitely changing. So the sentiment is becoming more positive. So this is the warning that I want to put out in this video. Okay, so Bitcoin is going to the resistance. Selling pressure is increasing. The sentiment is becoming more positive. The only counter argument that I have for this is that we're pretty early, right? Retail money is not here. So maybe we are entering right now the last phase of the bull market where things will really catch on. And when things really catch on, there can be a little bit selling pressure. People can be bullish because there's not too many retail yet in the market. So that's something we got to have a look at. That's why I think this chart is going to be important, because this chart will tell us if this one is breaking down. It shows us that the market structure since March 2024 is changing. And we are already seeing that right here in the momentum indicator, which is often an early indicator showing us what might happen with the price afterwards. So often we are seeing the breakout happening in the momentum indicator first and then in the price. So, and then we can even maybe see it first in the US dollar stablecoin and then see it in Bitcoin. But this one breaking down would definitely be a nice sign for Bitcoin having a higher chance to break out to the upside right here. So Whaleportal Pro is looking right now like this. I wouldn't be longing at these levels. The moment to long was definitely right here at the low when we had the momentum indicator oversold. Both of them, we had negative sentiment and we had buying pressure. For the one that know, if we put away the sentiment, you can see this is buying pressure. And if we take away that heat map and we put on the sentiment, we can see red dots right here, generally negative sentiment. We were already a little bit negative right here. We came a little bit lower, but here you can already see that the momentum indicator were not really turning up yet. So this is something to watch as well. That's why we have to use these indicators all together. But definitely if you would have longed at these levels with not too much leverage, you would still be in massive profit, because this would be at 57,000 US dollars. Then guys, seasonality normally quarter 4, which we are entering pretty soon, is generally good for Bitcoin, especially October. November and December are a little bit divided. November also pretty bullish, I have to say, but October, as you can see in the history of Bitcoin, whole October we only had 2 red months. And the reason for that is that the regular financial markets seasonality also generally October is very good. And the crazy part is that September generally is a very bad month for crypto, the worst month for Bitcoin, but so far we are actually in the green. So that is very beautiful. So yeah guys, this is basically my analysis of today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, make sure to smash up the like button. And if you have not yet been subscribed to our email service from Whaleportal, make sure to do so with the link down below. Guys, I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.